What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing them the bacon. MLB DFS video. It is Monday. It is April 28th. We are back. We got an 8-game slate we're going to cover. If you've never been here before, we go through each game. We look at the pitchers and we look at the batters. We look at the BVP history. We look at batter splits. We try to look at it all. We look at the batters we like if we're going to stack in that game. We look at ballpark factors. We do everything. So we've already ran 10,000 simulations in the background. So after we go through all of the games, we're going to go over all of the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000. We do 20,000 a day. It'll be updated about 2 hours before usually the main slate locks. After that, we're going to do our segment called Pitches Be Crazy. Now, this is not the best pitching slate, so be careful on this, but we're going to go over what that is we're going to go over the top 5 pitchers on the day that have the best matchups against teams that strike out the most. And then after that, we're going to do Makin bacon bets. So what that is we look at some of the bets we like for either total bases, pitching, home runs, if there's some chances. All of this is through 10,000 sims. So this is your first look at everything. So it's a little bit longer video than maybe what you're used to. If you want to see a little bit abbreviated version, right here, MLB tab, we've got a ton of information for you, all the way from sims down to umpire factors, bullpen stats, and prop bets as well. On top of that, we have a free Discord down below, and we try to have giveaways every single day. We try to have 2 every MLB video. Here's how this works. The first way to win, like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment. You do all 3 of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes. You will have a shot at a free week of FTA+. 100 likes on this video, a chance at a free month. 150 likes on this video, a chance at a free year. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in this video, there'll be a keyword or a key phrase I'll have you type out. Do that and have a second shot at a free week. If you can hear my kids yelling, screaming up in the background, they're playing some ridiculous game. I don't know what they're doing. But we're going to see who the 2 winners are from yesterday's video. 101 likes, 100 likes, and 1 dislike is what we got yesterday. Very curious who was the dislike, but you know, they hide behind the computer, so no big deal. So we are going to see who the winner is. This is a free month since we got over 100 likes, and the free month is Dave Siegler. Any advice on MLB DFS on Underdog, or do you only look at... So Dave, if you are watching this, I can't play Underdog in my state for some reason, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. I can't even get in. It will let me make an account, and then it blocks me, which is annoying. It's so dumb. I can't play Underdog. I can't play Yahoo for money, and I can't play Prize Picks. And I think there's a couple others I can't do either. For whatever reason, I can sports bet and play on everything else. It's 2025. It's kind of crazy. So we've got that. So congratulations, Dave. You have won a free month. Now, you can use our information. Obviously, I don't know the scoring for Underdog. I don't know the pricing and stuff like that. And I don't know the ins and outs of it, but you can use our free advice for you. So all you got to do is email me, which is down below in the description. It is dfshelp1@gmail.com. Let me know if you have an account on our site. If you do not, I need a username, email, and password. We'll get you set up on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, and we will get you in there for your free month. So congratulations. Now, there was no keyword in this one. Even if there was, we'd still re-roll it for the day. The keyword was sunglasses or get creative. And the winner is LG5295. It's been a while since you've won, so congratulations to you. Congratulations, both of you guys. Please email me. Let me know your username on the website, and we will rock and roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Outlier just like we do every day. We're using the game, so I like to look in the games and go to MLB, and we go into the games, and it really digs in. So it kind of just encompasses all of the sites combined. With stats and Vegas odds and batter splits and just everything. So the first game we've got going, we've got the Mets at the National. We've got Griffin Canning versus Trevor Williams. Canning being the most expensive, Trevor Williams being the least expensive on this one. So Griffin Canning coming in, 3.12 ERA, 3-1 record, only 26 strikeouts. And you can kind of see 5 strikeouts against Philly, went 5 innings in that game, 1 earned run, 18.5. So if you're new, what we're kind of looking for here is when we have, at least on DraftKings anyway, you're looking for 2 to 2.5 times value from your starting pitching. So what you're looking at that is, 8,200 times 2 to 2.5. So kind of looking at this and just kind of seeing how he's done or he's fared against this Washington team. 46 total plate appearances, only a 10.9K percentage, 341 batting average against him. So he hasn't really fared well against them. He had a great start against Philly, an even better start against St. Louis. Not a good start against Atlanta or the Athletics. Oh, he did hit value against Toronto, but I mean 14.8. And then against Houston, he did hit the 2 times value, but actually he missed the 2 times value. So it's been up and down. Some of the teams that he should beat, he did, and some he didn't. I don't know if I like him. I don't know if I'll have any exposure. Trevor Williams, on the other hand, 101 plate appearances against this team, 265 batting average, 15.8K percentage. Comes in with 5.11 ERA. Had a minus 2.9 against Miami. Not good. He hit value or almost hit value against Baltimore, Pittsburgh, under a little bit. Arizona did okay. I don't like this. So this is a 2-game early slate. I'm not going to play it, but I wanted to break it down for you. I'm not looking at those guys. I'm probably just looking at bats. Bats against Griffin Canning, like Nate Lowe has 2 home runs against him. James Wood has a home run against him. Against right-handed pitching, you can see. So green means good. Kybert Ruiz batting 313. You've got CJ Abrams batting 250 with 3 bombs. Josh Bell batting 151, but does have 4 home runs against righties. Nate Lowe batting 292 with 4 bombs. Like, those are good. Alex Call batting 300, so 10 for 30. If you want to use that. Dylan Cruz had a home run yesterday, I believe, on Sunday. 227 batting average with 4 bombs. James Wood has a total of 5 bombs. So you can look at all of those. I really do like Washington. I think this could be a high-scoring game. Now, again, if you are new to the channel, I am wrong sometimes. I'm just trying to make you a better DFS player. So yeah, I don't love the pitching in this one. Mets bats against Williams. Lindor has a home run. Alonso has a home run. Pretty decent numbers there. Right-handed pitching, it depends. Lindor's obviously going to be the front runner for MVP at all times, it seems like. 326 batting average against righties this year, 5 bombs. I would look at him. Alonso batting 329 with 5 bombs. I would look at him. Juan Soto is struggling against righties this year, struggling overall. Jesse Winker has a home run, batting 200. Alvarez has a home run, batting 250. Pete Alonso's batting 329. Like I said, I would look at Mets stack here. I think I like Washington a little bit more, but I will have exposure to both stacks here if I were to play, which I don't think I'm going to play this early, but I did want to bring, I wanted to touch on it, see if you guys enjoy it and if that's something you're looking at. So then we've got Bailey Ober versus Gavin Williams. Bailey Ober, 72 plate appearances total, 116 batting average against Cleveland, 29.2K percentage against this current roster. And then Gavin Williams, on the other hand, 28 plate appearances, 174. So not a ton, basically, Gavin Williams, equivalent of 1 9-inning start. And then Bailey Ober, 72 plate appearances. So, but Ober comes in at 5 ERA, did come off a great game against the White Sox. You're supposed to. It's the White Sox. He hit value against the Mets. He hit value against KC. And I mean, minimum value, floor value, but he did hit it. Missed out against Houston and then really missed out on opening day for him. First game of the year for him to start. Splits-wise, you can't really look at home and away splits yet because they're few and far between there. So, I mean, not great numbers coming out of him. And, I mean, he does have good numbers against him, but this year he's looked not ideal. And, Cleveland can hit when they're on. But Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams comes in 4.15 ERA, so it's kind of up there. A really good start against the Yankees. He had 8 strikeouts there. They ended up winning that game. Not a good game against Baltimore. Good game against the White Sox. Not a good game against the Angels and Kansas City. So he's been up in the air as well. But the problem is you're playing 4 teams, 2 games. You got to take 2 pitchers. Who would you take? That's the problem. Bailey Ober has good historical numbers against them, but he's not looking good this year. Trevor Williams, kind of the same thing. Gavin Williams, kind of the same thing. Like, this isn't a bad early slate. But if I were to take bats, or we can use it like if you're trying to sports bet, not DFS, so you could look at bats there. Against right-handed pitching this year, Ryan Jeffers batting 268. You got Ty France, 244 with 2 bombs. You've got Byron Buxton, 5 bombs. He is stealing bases as well. Harrison Bader, 275 with 3 bombs. Trevor Larnach, 4 bombs. batting 260. These would be ones I'd look at if I were playing DFS. But those are also ones I'd look at for like over 1.5 bases or hits or whatever you want to do. You want to look at sports betting. I'm okay with that. Then Cleveland bats against Bailey Ober. Jose Ramirez does have batting 316 with 1 bomb against him. Nolan Jones with 1 home run as well. But the problem is, like, J-Ram is only batting 233 this year against right-handed pitching. So if I were to take some bats here, it's Gabriel Arias, 291, 3 bombs. I would look at J-Ram, but he is expensive for DFS purposes. Brian Rocchio, I would look at 283 batting average. Cheap option. I mean, Stephen Kwan batting 371, just mashing right now against right-handed pitching. I would look at him. Cheaper options, Daniel Schneemann if he's in there. Joe Kenzie Noel you could look at. Again, though, I personally am not going to play this early slate, but I wanted to bring that to you. So we've got a 6-game main slate here. Got the Yankees at Baltimore coming in. Will Warren versus Sagano. Will Warren actually 4.79 ERA. Bad start against Tampa Bay. Like, it wasn't like a bad start. He gave up 1 earned run, but they pulled him. He had 2 walks, 1.2 innings. He just didn't get through it for whatever reason. I don't remember why they pulled him, but they did. 0.2. But he had a great start against San Francisco, 20.9. He had a pretty decent start against Cleveland. 5 innings there, 5 Ks. Obviously, we'd like to look around there. Baltimore's offense just has not been as good this year as we maybe expected. Their pitching has been terrible. So Will Warren in tournaments, I do not mind. Sugano coming in, 3.54 ERA. Like a good start against Cleveland. Bad against Washington, really bad against Toronto. Good against Kansas City, bad against Toronto there. Splits-wise, again, can't really say much. Him being a right-handed pitcher, we can look. The Yankees, I believe, hit righties better than lefties. Let's take a look. But if I were to be using a pitcher, it would be Will Warren, not Sagano. Yankees never obviously faced him before. Against right-handed pitching, though, this year, Trent Grisham batting 333. I would use him. Jason Dominguez batting 300. I would use him. Aaron Judge batting 395. Had another home run yesterday. I would use him for sure. Ben Rice batting 310 against righties. Love Ben Rice. I also love Paul Goldschmidt, especially if he leads off. I would definitely look at him. And Austin Wells. So this kind of feels like, and we've done this in the past, when we want to do like multiple different stacks of a team because maybe, you can only do a total of 5 players. This feels like this Yankees team. I kind of like stacking multiple different kinds of stacks here. So I'm okay with that. Now, Baltimore against Will Warren, never faced him before. Against right-handed pitching, they have been pretty good this year. Gunnar Henderson, I would look at Adley Rutschman. I would look at Ryan O'Hearn, who's batting 321. Like, they all have decent numbers here. Cedric Mullins only batting 250 with 4 bombs, but if he gets on, he steals bases as well. So I do not mind that. Hey, Gary Sanchez against his former team, one of his former teams, you could look at that. I don't know if I'd go that deep, though. But yeah, if I were to take a pitcher, I'm more confident in Will Warren. It just depends. Hopefully they don't pull him early like they did against Tampa Bay. We got St. Louis at Cincinnati is next. So Great American Small Park always scares me a little bit. If you want to check out the numbers and dig into why that scares me, when you go under the MLB tab, you go to ballpark factors, and you can just see the numbers that this ballpark gives up since, I think, 2022. But you got Palante versus Nick Martinez. Palante, 72 plate appearances, 188. Nick Martinez, 29 plate appearances, 320. It just scares me in this ballpark. So St. Louis bats against Nick Martinez. Wilson Contreras has a home run, 2 for 2 with a home run. Brendan Donovan is 3 for 4 with a home run. Nolan Gorman is 2 for 2 with a home run. Like, those people, again, one start. Those players have seen something. Maybe they can just see what he's throwing. But if I were to stack onto that and you want to look at a St. Louis stack, because this is this ballpark, Brendan Donovan batting 392, Burleson batting 306, Victor Scott batting 288, I would look at. Thomas Sagasi batting 333, I don't mind it. It just depends on the lineup that comes out. Nolan Arenado's always in there as well if I were to stack in this one. Then you got the Reds versus Palante. No one's hit a home run. But against right-handed pitching this year, Gavin Lux batting 375. Noelvi Marte batting 375. TJ Friedel batting 306. Austin Hayes batting 357 with multiple home runs. He just seems like he's hitting a home run every time we use him. Ellie De La Cruz, 376. Like, this is another one where I would probably stack the Reds bats over St. Louis bats in this one. But I'm not really using either of these pitchers. I just don't see myself using a pitcher in this game, in this ballpark. So that's where I'd be at in this one. Athletics at the Rangers, you've got JP Sears versus Patrick Corbin. So Corbin does have a 3.77 ERA. Kind of two good starts, one bad start against the Cubs, but his walk rate is high. So through 3 starts, Corbin has a 3.77 ERA, but his 1.53 whip and 10 strikeouts to 5 walks are bright red flags, which kind of would be where I think so. So looking at that, he does scare me. The Athletics have been hitting. I know he's had a couple of good starts. And he just faced this Athletics team last start. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, but 2 walks at 13.9. So he did hit value, but now they've bumped him up 1,000. So he is 7,000 now. He's the most expensive he's been in a while. Like, I'm saying like a couple of years maybe, which not ideal. You don't want to see that, but we kind of see that. The way the Athletics have been hitting, I don't know if I can trust Patrick Corbin. You got JP Sears, 3.21 ERA. Against this Texas team last start, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 17.7. He hit the value. He's hitting back-to-back days with values. So I don't mind him. I don't love him here, especially at 8,700. That kind of seems high to me. Which he's the most expensive he's been all year. Go figure. So we look at this. Athletics against Corbin. Urias with a home run. I don't mind him. You got Andujar with a home run. You got Lawrence Butler with a home run. But then we dig in further. Against lefties, Jacob Wilson could be a cheap option that I don't think a lot of people will be on. I would look at him. JJ Bleday batting 429 with a home run. Got Brent Rooker this year batting 280 with a couple of bombs. Got Langoliers batting 381. 21 at-bats, I get it. It's a small sample size, but 2 home runs as well. So these would be ones I'd look at. Tyler Soderstrom batting 259 with a home run. I personally do not trust Patrick Corbin. Maybe he proves me wrong, but his outlier numbers scare me. And then the Texas bats against Sears. So they didn't do anything against him last start, really. But Jonah Heim does have a home run against him. Marcus Semien has 2. Josh Young is batting 308 against him. Kevin Pillar has a home run. We usually like to take Pillar against lefties because he is so cheap. I'm curious how cheap Pillar is in this one. Under 3K? Yeah, 2,700. He hasn't done anything. Batting 300, but again, not very many at-bats. No home runs. 1 RBI. He's averaging 4 fantasy points a game. Obviously not enough, but did have a good game on Saturday. 15 fantasy points, had 2 stolen bases. So, I mean, you could get on and, Patrick Corbin or JP Sears, maybe he's slower to the plate. Maybe Pillar at his price comes in, has a good game there. He'd be a cheap option. Then you dig into the numbers here, like Wyatt Langford, batting 353 and 17 at-bats against righties, or against lefties. Pillar batting 348. Those are kind of good ones that I'd look at. Jonah Heim or Higashioka, depending on which catcher is starting, I would go with them. Marcus Semien does have good numbers against him, but he's kind of having a down year right now. But yeah, so I'm probably off the pitching in this one. I would look at the bats, just the exact ones we just talked about. Detroit at Houston is next. We've got Jack Flaherty versus Ronel Blanco. So Flaherty coming in, 2.63 ERA in his career, 78 plate appearances against the Astros, 211 batting average, 28.2 K percentage. Coming off a great start against San Diego, not a good start against Milwaukee, great start against both the Yankees and the White Sox. Subpar start against the Dodgers, his former team. So we kind of look at those. And, Jack Flaherty, I don't mind him. He is 10,000 though. He is very expensive. And then Ronel Blanco on the other end does have a 5 ERA coming in, 2-2 record, 20 strikeouts. In his career, 20 plate appearances, .059. So the Tigers have not hit him well, but the Tigers are hitting righties well this year. So that's kind of where we look at the differences and we see how they've done historically and then how they're currently doing, because you obviously want to take the hot hand for now. You want to look at that in that kind of the same sense. So against Blanco, they really haven't done much. Against right-handed pitching, the Tigers, Dingler batting 309 with a couple of bombs. You got Kerry Carpenter batting 286 with 3 bombs. Riley Green does hit righties better than lefties, batting 239, but 4 bombs there. Torkelson, 246 with 4 bombs. McKinstry batting 288. I honestly don't mind a Tiger stack. And then Houston side against Jack Flaherty. No one has a home run. Against right-handed pitching this year, you can kind of see. Paredes, batting 278. DeZenzo, batting 296. Hasn't had a ton of at-bats, so I don't know if he'll play. Brendan Rodgers, batting 243. But, I mean, they do have home runs here. Jordan only batting 189, so not ideal. Altuve with 3 bombs. Christian Walker with 3 bombs. I'll have exposure to Flaherty, but his price, I think we could go under-owned here, and we could stack on both sides. I think there are other pitchers we could look at. We could stack on both sides there. So Flaherty is the most expensive. So the fish that play this game, they're going to see like, oh, he's the most expensive. He must be in a good spot. Let's put him in there. Not always the case. Now, it could backfire. He could absolutely shove. But I just don't know if that's the case today. Atlanta at Colorado. This one scares me. Feltner will not start against the Reds on Sunday. So they are pushing his start back, but he did have a back issue. I didn't mean to say back. He did have an issue Sunday. So this is definitely one. If he goes out there and is not 100%, I mean, I don't trust him anyway. Did have a good start against KC, did have a good start against Milwaukee. But he might not even start this game. And then you got Bryce Elder. Really hasn't done anything either. I just think I would rather look at the offenses in this one. It's Coors Field. That's always one where we're looking at what bats even make sense. Atlanta bats that make sense. Ozzie Albies. I would look at Austin Riley. I would look at Ozuna. I would look at Michael Harris. Cheap options would be Verdugo or, probably Verdugo's further side go down, most likely. Maybe Jared Kelenic if he gets in there, but I doubt it. He's only averaging 3.3. And then if we're looking at Colorado bats that I don't mind at all, Brenton Doyle, Hunter Goodman, Togliai, I would look at. Jordan Beck has been on fire. He's got 5 bombs this year, 261 batting average. Back-to-back games there, he had some home runs, 2 home runs in those games. Now, whether or not you're riding the hot hand, I don't know. But Bryce Elder has given up some runs this year. So would definitely look at a stack there. I do not trust the pitching much. And before we get finished with this, the key word of the day is tired, because I am tired. Then you got Miami at the Dodgers. You've got Dustin May versus it. They believe it's going to be Edward Cabrera. We look at these numbers. Cabrera, 63 plate appearances, 234 batting average against him. And then Dustin May has never faced the Marlins before. The Marlins strike out the 4th most out of any team on this slate. So we look at that. And Dustin May never faced them before against right-handed pitching. They've actually hit kind of well. If you don't trust Dustin May, because he does come in with a 3.68 ERA, really bad start against the Cubs, gave up 10 hits, 7 earned runs there, just got shelled in that game. He's had 2 good starts, 1 bad start, and 1 really bad start. Now, I think a lot of people will be on Dustin May. No one will be on Miami. We could stack Miami here. Augustin Ramirez, I think he had 2 home runs on Sunday. He's been on fire. Xavier Edwards batting 323 against righties. Connor Norby had a home run yesterday as well. Probably I could look at a little bit of Kyle Stowers, Wagaman, Jesus Sanchez. I don't mind. Then Edward Cabrera comes in. 6.14 ERA, not been ideal. 3 starts. He had a kind of decent start, though. Like, he's given up runs in every game. He's facing the Dodgers. Dodgers at home, so Cabrera is on the road. Dodgers bats against him. Mookie Betts has a home run. Max Muncy has a home run. Conforto has a home run. That is it. We look against right-handed pitching. Will Smith batting 341 this year against righties. Mookie Betts batting 254. You got Freeman batting 351. Like, I would look at them. Shohei's only batting 246. If you dig into Shohei's numbers, he's kind of having a bad year. They're not talking about it, though, because he's the golden child. He's not having the best year right now. There's really no reason for him to come pitch. There's 0 reason for him to even attempt to pitch. You are a glorified $700 million DH, but you had a fantastic year last year. So why change, right? Like, I get it, but let me know your thoughts on that. I don't think he obviously had a MVP type year last year, obviously, when he didn't pitch. When he doesn't pitch, he offensively has a really good year. When he pitches, he just doesn't have good years. Kind of my observation there. So looking at that, it depends on the lineup that comes out. Andy Pages, you could look at. Tommy Edman, you could also look at. But I think the Dodgers make sense as a stack here. But I think Miami, it's going to be an under-owned stack. And I kind of want some exposure to it. So there you have it. Those are all 8 games, 2 early and 6 on the main slate. I have to drink some Mountain Dew because I got like 3 hours of sleep last night and still got to be a dad after this video. There's not a ton of batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. So this is the matchup rating right now. All the batters, not a ton. Obviously, will change and update after we do 20,000 simulations, but through 10,000, number 1, it does have Shohei Ohtani, so maybe we go into that. Number 2 is Aaron Judge. 3 is Mookie Betts. 4 is Ben Rice. 5 is Paul Goldschmidt. 6 is Freddie Freeman. 7 is Tyler Soderstrom. 8, Yordan Alvarez. 9, Marcus Semien. 10, Kyle Higashioka. 11, Miguel Andujar. So there's only 11 there. So there's not a ton, but through 10,000 simulations, it's really like in a Dodgers and Yankees stack there. And I don't mind it either. We kind of talked about it there. Pitches be crazy. We're going to go over that. Now, I don't trust most of these. Like, I won't have, literally, I don't know if I'll have any of these, but these are the matchups. Bryce Elder at Colorado. Colorado strikes out 10.65 times per game, 10.82 at home. But Bryce Elder has given up runs in games too. I just don't trust him. You've got Tamayuki Sagano versus the Yankees. Yankees strike out 9.5 times per game, 10.23 on the road. Number 3 is Ronel Blanco versus Detroit. Detroit strikes out 9.11 times per game, 10.08 on the road. Number 4 is Dustin May versus Miami. Miami strikes out 9.08 times per game, 9.8 on the road. And finally, Ryan Feltner, who we don't even know if he's going to be pitching. He's got a bad back, got pushed back from Sunday to this slate. We'll see if he even starts. So then it would be whichever pitcher goes for Colorado versus the Braves. But the Braves strike out 8.81 times per game, 9.73 on the road. But if it is like an opener or a bullpen game, you're obviously not going to use that. There are other pitchers on this slate that I would look at. I really don't trust any of those pitchers to get me what I need. I might just be going a different route today because, again, there's only 8 games, not a ton. So, looking at making bacon bets, looking at the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating, whether or not we think they can get 2+ bases today. Number 1, I got Aaron Judge versus Sugano. Number 2, Shohei Ohtani versus Edward Cabrera. 3, Paul Goldschmidt versus Sugano. 4, Yordan Alvarez versus Flaherty. 5, Tyler Soderstrom versus Patrick Corbin. 6, Ben Rice versus Sugano. And that is it. So we have Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Paul Goldschmidt, Yordan Alvarez, Tyler Soderstrom, Ben Rice, and that's it. Just 6. That's what we have for making bacon. If you want to look at some strikeouts, if you were to look at some of these numbers, and I'm probably avoiding this today, Ronel Blanco for 6+ strikeouts against the Detroit Tigers. Number 2 is Jack Flaherty, 6+ strikeouts as well. Number 3 is Bailey Ober for 5+ strikeouts. And number 4 is Gavin Williams versus the Twins for 5+ strikeouts as well. So that's what I've got in this video. Hopefully it found you doing very well. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. We had MMA there. We had NASCAR. We had basketball. We had baseball. We have a full week coming up for you. And I've mentioned this before. If you want to go to FTA Plus, go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. FTA Plus, it is currently $10 for a week or $30 for a month. Those two prices are raising on May 1st to $15 a week and $35 for a month. So if you want to get in now, join before May 1st, and it'll be recurring at that price. If you cancel and re-up at any time, it will be the new price. So if you're interested in getting in, I highly suggest clicking on FTA Plus right now, signing up. If you want to help out the channel, you want to donate, you can. If you can't donate, watching the videos in their entirety, clicking on the ads in the videos, and watching the videos a couple of times through the whole thing helps out. We've had our best month in ad revenue because of you guys. And I want to thank you very much. April has been amazing. We got a couple more days. I want to see if we can break this another mark of ad revenue, and I think we'll be able to do it. But let's have a great Monday. Do not forget, tomorrow is Top 5 Tuesdays. The video will most likely be out early morning on Tuesday. We usually get these videos out about the night before. With Top 5 Tuesdays, we got to wait for the Vegas odds and stuff. So the video will probably be out Tuesday morning before 10 a.m. Central. But make sure you got the bell notification on so you guys know when the video goes live. You can always check out the website. You can check out our free Discord. You can check out everything. Let's have a great Monday. Good luck. And as always, bring home some bacon. Peace.